I'm going to be trying out another motorcycle oil. A lot of people never heard of this brand, and actually I didn't hear of it either, but it's one of the very best ones going. It's up there in the quality like in Redline, and I'm not sure if it's better than AMSOIL. I might go to AMSOIL later. Reason being, this bike doesn't take that much oil. It's only a few quarts, and motorcycle parts are very expensive. And I've seen so many different things on Project Farm and a lot of different other channels how AMSOIL comes on top and Redline's better than a lot of them too, and used to use mainly Castrol 2050 racing oil or Valvoline 2050 racing oil. Has high zinc content. Right now what I got in there is Rotella straight weight 50 weight. It ain't even been in there for 100 miles, so it's coming out. And I'm not changing the filter because it's only been in there maybe 75 miles max. I'm going to put it in this container and save it for something else because basically brand new oil. But I wanted to get something that wasn't 2050. I know these people tell you about it's the older bikes. I'm not sure about the twin cams and stuff, but you see in Florida, right now it's not hot, but it gets really hot here in the summer, and the temperature never dips below 80. Now in my service manual it says 80 and above you can use 60 straight weight, and 60 degrees and above Fahrenheit you can use 50 straight weight. So Florida, rarely ever goes below 60 for crying out loud. I mean, sometimes it does, but that's at nighttime. And I wanted to get like something that was a multi-weight with 60 on the high end. So this is a 25/60. Now AMSOIL makes a 15W-60 also, and I think that's another good choice. But a lot of people have never heard of this oil. And the thing is, the reason they don't hear of it's not available in the big box stores. But if you look online, Dennis Kirk, known for selling quality products, which are pretty expensive sometimes, he sells his motor oil on his website. It's not crappy stuff. It's well known in the racing world, mainly with the 2-strokes, but this is made specifically for the American V twin 4-stroke. Now, the way I change my oil, do it the simple way. This container, put it right here, and let's see if this comes out. Yeah, and put that up there. I use a suction gun. I don't like pull out any wire, plugs or any of that bull crap. I use a suction gun. This thing. And I've had this for 8 million years, basically. You just put it in there, you pull this out, and draws the oil out. And actually you draw out more of it because there's a little tube that stands up in here. On the bottom it stands up about that much. You can actually get the very bottom of the oil out better than if you're draining it the normal way. So just pull this out. Hold my camera at the same time, I can't do that. So basically you just push that down, it all goes in there, and actually I use the the brake lever down here in the foot peg to hold the can on. Makes it real easy. Gotta put the good stuff in there, and I always wipe off these funnels too, man. I'm telling you. Because, I don't want to get any dirt in there at all. It's kind of a dark colored oil. But with the 25W, this should be good for like, any kind of temperature pretty much. I mean, you're not going to ride a bike in 20-degree weather unless you're crazy. Not for long anyway. I'll tell you what, if you stick your finger in the oil, it feels far more slippery than regular motor oil, so it might be really damn good. It feels like, I don't know what it feels like, almost like a gear oil in a way, but it's not. It's for motors, and you could use it in a sports or transmission too. Let's start it up. Well, valve train noise. It's a little louder idle, but it's less than it was. Probably well worth I did this. Simple, very simple. It's got a little valve train noise. Yeah, it's got a little valve train noise, not much, but it's got basically valves in it too. So I mean, I don't know, it always was like that since it was rebuilt. So it's probably not a problem. But it always had a little bit of that noise in there since it was rebuilt. But it's a little less. It's a little less with the KLOTZ oil. Might stick with it. Might go with AMSOIL. But I always put better oil in there. But I usually get the stuff you can grab at the box store. So like Mobil 1 V-twin oil, or one of the top grade motorcycle oils. Usually not Redline. They don't have that in the box store. But I'm not gonna. Since I don't need that much oil for the motorcycle, I'm going to probably buy it online, probably get the AMSOIL or this KLOTZ. This KLOTZ stuff seems to be one of the best oils going, too. I would take it over to Redline even, but 6 of one, half dozen the other. I might put some, later on, I might put some, it's got the RevTech push rods in there, the adjustable ones with the stock lifters and the Andrews cam. Maybe later on I might put the S&S adjustable chrome moly push rods, not the aluminum ones, and with the S&S lifters. I don't think I even got to take the rocker boxes off with that because I already got adjustable push rods in there. I think they just come off, the lifter blocks come off, you turn them and you pull them out, no problem. But I'll probably do that later on. Just looking for the cheapest way out. And the cheapest way out, a lot of times, is the oil. Beginning to think, probably everybody in the world should be using AMSOIL because the cars would be lasting twice as long at least, right? Or some other really super good oil. People don't realize maintenance. They don't realize the problem with maintenance until they got a major problem, right? So, you probably never heard of that brand. But it's well more known in the racing world. So what I like about it, it's a very good multi-viscosity. So I can use it in any temperature. It's going to be like a 60 weight. If you're running down the highway in Florida and it's 95, 100 degrees out, you want that 60 weight. And it's a 25 weight in the cold temperature. So it serves pretty much every freaking thing, every use you can possibly have. So I think it's not cheap though. But you're only using a few quarts on a motorcycle. It's not like you're changing a car, maybe 6 quarts, twice as many. And motorcycle parts are pretty expensive, so the oil's a lot cheaper than the parts.